The Iron Dome is an air defense system. It was designed with a very specific purpose in mind. Its job is to intercept and destroy short-range rockets and artillery shells. These are the kinds of weapons often fired toward Israeli population centers from nearby territories. The system uses advanced radar to track incoming projectiles. It calculates their trajectory, determining if they pose a threat to a built-up area. If a rocket is headed for an open field, the system will ignore it. This preserves its limited and expensive interceptors for genuine threats. It is a smart system, built for a specific kind of warfare. It is important to understand what the Iron Dome is not. It is not an impenetrable, all-encompassing shield that makes Israel invincible. The system was never designed to provide 100% protection against every possible threat. Its primary mission is to mitigate damage and, most importantly, to save civilian lives. By intercepting rockets aimed at cities and towns, it reduces casualties and property destruction. This also provides the Israeli government and military with crucial time to make decisions, removing the immediate pressure to retaliate with overwhelming force after an attack. It is a tool for managing conflict, not for creating a perfect risk-free bubble over the entire country. The technology behind the Iron Dome is a marvel of modern engineering. Each battery consists of a detection and tracking radar, a battle management and weapon control unit, and the missile firing units themselves. The interceptor missile, known as the Tamir, is highly agile. It is designed to detonate its target in the air, creating a small explosion far from the people on the ground. This process happens within seconds, from the moment a hostile rocket is launched to the moment it is destroyed. This rapid response capability is the key to its effectiveness in dealing with the short flight times of rockets fired from close proximity. The development of the Iron Dome was a direct response to the rocket barrages faced during the 2006 Second Lebanon War. The conflict highlighted a critical vulnerability in Israel's civil defense. Thousands of rockets struck northern Israel, causing casualties and forcing many to flee their homes. This experience created the urgent strategic need for a reliable defense against this specific type of threat. The system became operational in 2011 and has since become a central component of Israel's defense doctrine. Its existence has fundamentally changed the dynamic of conflicts with groups in Gaza and Lebanon, offering a layer of protection that simply did not exist before. The Iron Dome's performance in past conflicts has been remarkable. During various rounds of fighting with Hamas in Gaza, the system has consistently demonstrated a high success rate. Military officials have often reported interception rates between 85% and 90%. This figure specifically refers to rockets that were identified as threats to populated areas. This means that for every 10 rockets heading toward a town or city, nearly 9 were successfully destroyed before they could cause harm. This track record has saved countless lives and prevented widespread destruction, allowing daily life to continue for many Israelis, even under the threat of attack. The psychological comfort it provides is as significant as its physical protection. A more recent and dramatic example of its success came in April 2024. Iran launched an unprecedented direct attack on Israel, firing more than 300 projectiles. This barrage included a mix of suicide drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. While the Iron Dome is designed for shorter-range threats, it played a vital role as part of a larger integrated defense network. Alongside Israel's other systems and with crucial help from allied forces, including the United States and Jordan, an astonishing 99% of the incoming threats were intercepted. This engagement showed the strength of a multi-layered defense and proved the Iron Dome's value within that structure. The system is constantly in use, not just during major escalations. Even as recently as October 2024, the Iron Dome was seen actively defending southern Israeli cities like Ashkelon from rockets launched from Gaza. These routine interceptions often go unnoticed by the wider world but are a constant reality for those living within rocket range. Each successful interception reinforces the system's reliability and its importance for national security. It has become a familiar sight in the skies over southern and northern Israel, a symbol of protection against a persistent threat. The sound of its launch is a reminder of both the danger and the defense against it. This history of high performance has made the Iron Dome a strategic asset. It allows Israel to absorb an initial wave of attacks without suffering mass casualties. This buys leaders time for diplomacy and strategic planning. It prevents a knee-jerk reaction that could lead to a much larger and more destructive war. By reducing the effectiveness of rocket attacks as a tool of terror, the Iron Dome changes the cost-benefit analysis for groups like Hamas. They know that the vast majority of their rockets will not reach their intended targets, diminishing the strategic impact of their primary weapon and altering the rules of engagement in modern asymmetric warfare. Despite its successes, the Iron Dome faces significant and growing challenges. The most pressing of these is the threat of saturation attacks. Groups like Hamas and Hezbollah understand that the system has limits. There are only a certain number of interceptors available in each battery at any given time. By launching hundreds of rockets in a very short period, they hope to overwhelm the system's capacity to track and engage every single threat. This tactic aims to ensure that at least some rockets get through the defensive screen. It turns the conflict into a numbers game, testing the absolute limits of the Iron Dome's operational and logistical capabilities. Another major challenge is the economic imbalance of the conflict. Each Tamir interceptor missile costs tens of thousands of dollars to produce. In stark contrast, many of the crude rockets fired from Gaza can be manufactured for just a few $100s. This creates a severe cost disparity. Defending against these attacks becomes an incredibly expensive undertaking, especially during a prolonged conflict where thousands of interceptors might be used. This economic strain is unsustainable over the long term, and forces difficult decisions about resource allocation. It is a costly way to maintain security, putting a heavy burden on the defense budget. The nature of the threats is also evolving. The Iron Dome was designed specifically for the high arcing trajectory of rockets and mortars. It is less effective against other types of threats that are now becoming more common. These include slow, low-flying drones or UAVs, which can be difficult for its radar to detect and track effectively. Furthermore, the system offers no protection against threats from underground, such as the attack tunnels used by Hamas to infiltrate Israeli territory. These new tactics require different defensive solutions, highlighting that the Iron Dome is just one tool in a much larger and more complex security puzzle. Finally, the system faces the challenge of more sophisticated weaponry. The arsenal possessed by Hezbollah in Lebanon is far more advanced than that of Hamas. It includes a large number of more precise, longer-range and heavier guided missiles. These weapons present a different kind of threat that is largely beyond the scope of what the Iron Dome was built to handle. Intercepting these more powerful missiles requires more advanced and capable defense systems. This proliferation of advanced weaponry means that Israel cannot rely on the Iron Dome alone for its national defense, especially when facing its most formidable adversaries to the north. Recognizing the limitations of a single system, Israel has developed a multi-layered approach to air defense. The Iron Dome is merely the bottom tier, responsible for the shortest-range threats. Above it sits David's Sling. This system, jointly developed with the United States, is designed to intercept mid- to long-range threats. Its targets include ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and larger drones that fly at higher altitudes. David's Sling effectively fills the crucial gap between the Iron Dome's short-range capabilities and the upper-tier systems, providing a comprehensive defense against a wider variety of projectiles and attack profiles. The highest level of Israel's aerial defense shield is the Arrow system. This is also a joint US-Israeli project and is composed of two main variants, Arrow 2 and Arrow 3. The Arrow system is designed to intercept long-range ballistic missiles, the most dangerous type of projectile threat. It operates at extremely high altitudes, with the Arrow 3 capable of engaging targets outside of Earth's atmosphere. This hit-to-kill system provides a defense against strategic missiles that could be launched from countries like Iran. It has been successfully used to intercept missiles fired from as far away as Yemen, demonstrating its long-range and high-altitude defensive power. This integrated, layered network is what provides Israel with its robust defensive posture. An incoming threat is tracked by multiple radars, and the system automatically determines the best interceptor to use. A short-range rocket from Gaza would be handled by Iron Dome, while a ballistic missile from further afield would trigger a response from the Arrow system. This ensures that resources are used efficiently and that the right tool is deployed for each specific job. The successful defense against the Iranian attack in April 2024 was a perfect illustration of this layered system working in concert, with each component playing its designated role flawlessly. In conclusion, the Iron Dome is not failing. It is performing the specific job it was designed for, which is to reduce harm and save lives. It is not, and was never meant to be, a perfect solution that makes Israel invincible. The challenges of saturation attacks, economic unsustainability, and new types of threats are real and growing. This is why Israel's broader strategy relies on a combination of defenses including David's Sling and the Arrow system, as well as strong alliances and advanced intelligence. The defense of a nation is a complex, ever-evolving task. The Iron Dome remains a vital part of that effort, but it is just one part of a much larger shield.